So today I'm going to demonstrate and teach you about how to paint on a canvas. The most important thing when painting on a canvas is that you have everything you need, which includes a paintbrush, a canvas, and paints, for very obvious reasons. So in starting to paint a canvas, one thing I prefer to have is a jar of water. This helps the acrylic paint move faster, flow better, and overall just makes everything go a lot smoother. Somebody who I like to take notes from when I'm painting on a canvas is Bob Ross. Bob Ross is a very, very famous oil painter. He painted landscapes, and a few times he even painted people. But what he's most known for is his happy trees and his beautiful landscapes. So what I'm going to do today is just a very brief example of just painting on a canvas. So I'm going to take from Bob Ross and use small crisscross marks to paint the beginning and top of what I would think is a sunset. So I'm going to paint on the top just like this and use small crisscross motions to drag the paint across the canvas. One thing that's also important when painting canvas is that you don't go in with such a very strict structure of what you want to make. What I'm painting right now is really loose, and it'll be loose until just about the end. The reason I do this is because it helps my mind get creative. It helps me not just visualize what I want to do, but as I'm painting, come up with more things that I want to do. One way that I do this is I pull inspiration from other artists. One artist on YouTube that I pull inspiration from is Lena Dania. She is also an oil painter, and she does a lot of very useful basics tutorials on her YouTube channel, one of which is where I got the idea of using cheap Walmart paints for painting. Another thing and another artist that I take from is Chloe Rose. She's an artist on YouTube also, and her paintings are very abstract. And when painting on a canvas, abstract isn't always a bad thing. I prefer painting abstract right up until the last bit because it helps me, again, like I said before, with my creative process. Another thing to note when painting on a canvas is that it's not going to look pretty right away. It never does. That's because as you're painting, you're going through the process of creative. Being creative is a process. It's more than just painting a face. Being creative takes practice more than some other things. And being creative takes a lot of energy, which can wear down on some people. Painting a canvas is simple, and you can do it in any way you want. I'm taking a more abstract approach, but Bob Ross, he takes a more detailed approach right from the start. And to paint a canvas, all it really takes is just a brush. This is because anybody can paint on a canvas at any time. Painting on a canvas isn't difficult. It's not something that takes years and years and years of practice. You can pick up a brush and paint on canvas. It's something that's fun, it relaxes the mind, and it's very easy to do initially. Now, as you practice painting on a canvas and work on it more and more, you're going to get better, and you're going to notice that you're getting better. Just like anything. Practice makes perfect. So, with painting a canvas, I'm always loose, and it helps. And Chloe Rose, she likes to sketch out all of her paintings. I personally don't prefer doing that. I like just painting and seeing where it takes me. Again, you can still see that I'm using these small crisscross motions and that I'm not being too tight with my actions. And this is, like I said before, because I don't want to restrict myself to a painting that I already have an idea of. I like the idea of painting what I paint. And in this small tutorial and small demonstration, I've shown you how to paint on a canvas, from beginner to an expert like Bob Ross.